Hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Wow. Hey, you had
Hi,
me...
everyone. How are you? Yes, thank you.
You had me scrambling there at the last minute, going to get a birthday spreadsheet for a birthday I see in the chat.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, my sweet Christina. Is it today?
And thank you, everybody, for coming tonight.
Gina!
Hi, Libra. Hi, Gina.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you all here today.
K-Dash is here. Laura's here. Hi, Laura. Isabel. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Well, I'm shuffling up my card for the collective.
All right.
It's your mom's birthday today. Wow. Today, what is this? The first? The sun is in Pisces, but it's kind of cuspy, you know.
There's a friend of mine. It's his birthday today. He's kind of aloof, so I said happy birthday, but I don't expect to get a thank you. But yesterday was my brother's birthday, my older brother, and tomorrow is our granddaughter's birthday.
And how old, Mr. O?
She will be 15.
15.
We are within a couple months of exactly 50 years apart. And that's probably the last time I'm ever going to say that.
I'll admit to that. Oh, my goodness.
Woof, woof, indeed.
So, I've got the card for the collective here.
All right.
God. Well, watch the box. The bottom falls out. It is the Affirmators deck once again for love and relationships. And we're going to have Mr. O decide our fate here with these sassy little cards. What do you got?
All right. Let's see indeed. Mr. O likes that one. Make sure. Whoops.
Let's see what you got. Oh, it's a bonus card.
Well, therefore it's a bonus.
I guess we're going to have to read it. But anyway, the first card is Rest.
Oh, I'm so tired today, too. It's cold and I feel like
Doesn't it look like very restful? Do you want to read that one, Mr.
I
O?
take a step away from my stress and then a deep breath. And then a crankiness-killing nap. Oh, they got me pegged.
I had a power nap today.
When I get the rest I need, I instantly become a better version of myself, able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound.
Wow. Awesome. Is that it?
When I don't, I'm not. Which means I shouldn't. But I try to, and then we can't. And it doesn't. But I did, so it wasn't. Ugh. Good night.
Well, it's a good thing we have a bonus here.
You made me read that.
And that bonus is called Wait and See. And since there's no picture, I'll read this one. Thoughts love to wander into assumptions and race ahead to the future. But what if you told them to cool their jets and chill a second? Today you get to put your mental chatter on pause, to take a breath and simply wait and see how things play out before you let your mind run a marathon of imagined scenarios. Wait, and you'll see that waiting and seeing was a lot more productive than wondering and worrying. Insert audible sigh of relief here. And that really fit kind of nicely together, did they not, Mr. O?
I think they did, yes.
I think they did.
Very nice. Oh, you were right about that.
Okay, so who else have I missed here? I see Mama T has arrived.
Hi, Mama T.
You are not that late, Mama T. We just got through our collective cards. And we've got a birthday reading to do. And really, my sweet Christina, you came in first, but you would have been first because it's your birthday. So, happy birthday to my sweet Christina, and she gets a birthday spread. We're going to get right started. Why don't we just announce our decks as we use them?
Absolutely.
Okay. And, of course, Sunman has arrived, and we are keeping the Bark Gina away from Sunman.
I don't think he would go for it.
Okay.
Okay, indeed.
Which deck do we want to use for the birthday? Let's use the Golden Girls. I like it.
Alrighty.
Perfect. Perfect for aging.
1 year older.
Another year wiser, my sweet Christina.
Thank you.
Why, thank you for moving and getting off of my reading so I could pick it up. At least keep it here and refer to it. All right, Mr. O, one more shuffle and then good luck.
Indeed.
He ate a lot of bark. I was a bit more restrained. I'm trying to lose some weight, but I must say, it's awesome. It is.
I didn't eat a lot of bark.
I had like a small sliver of a piece yesterday, and then I had 2 today, and there's like 1 sitting on a plate for me here. All right. All right, my sweet Christina, in case you do not remember...
It was a good batch. It is.
This reading, it's kind of like a flaming candle. Woo-hoo. We work our way to the top, but we don't set it up this way on camera here. Okay, so the first card. Well, I'm glad that's reversed. The lessons you've learned in the past year regarding your wish. And it's the 5 of Pentacles reversed. I mean, I don't know if you can handle him. You probably can't. Okay.
We'll just put him over here.
Okay.
And work him
do
out.
it that way.
Yeah.
The 5 of Pentacles reversed, and what you lessons learned in your past year. You know, I think you've learned how to navigate hardships. You've learned how to maybe seek out help when you've needed it. You've learned how to manage times of struggle. And I think, we've all kind of been through that, with the COVID quarantines and everything, Mr. O.
When I look at this card, I feel like it also says trust. You've worked on how you trust things where maybe you had trust issues. You didn't want to trust things, and that's maybe an essential lesson you've learned. You've learned who you can trust.
Yeah, and especially who you can count on in regards to helping you achieve, and accomplish what you desire. So card 2, the recent past, the last 3 to 4 months, what's been happening in regards to your wish? Well, the 2 of Pentacles, and that's reversed. So, in the past, really, these last few months have been just a juggling act that's gone awry. Maybe you've had a little problem balancing, needs versus desires, the everyday stuff versus what you're really striving for.
This is last 6 months?
The last 3 to 4 months in regards to the wish.
Well, right. I kind of agree with that. I think
like the last quarter.
I think that maybe this is the kind of thing where maybe the Wheel of Fortune could work too, because I think what you've seen is just like a continuous cycle, maybe where like things are just sort of presented as challenges. Some you are better with than others, but basically there's been a little bit of a topsy-turvy. And it's sort of is teaching you some things about timing or other stuff, hopefully.
Card 3, what are the future trends? Like, what are the next 6 months looking like in regards to, obtaining what you desire? Well, it's a process, my sweet Christina. There's some pessimism. There's some doom and gloom. It may not be that things are as bad as they seem, but, it's attitudinal. It's kind of like being a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to refer everything to the COVID thing, but I mean, it's a good example. So it's kind of like being shell-shocked, a little bit. How do I get back to normal? How do I get back on track is basically, I think, it.
Well, I guess, too, it's just really realizing, too, to some degree, that you have to look harder for your inspiration, and that maybe sometimes inspiration may show up where you don't really expect it to, just some little things you might see. But in general, it will be a little bit harder to, maintain some of that. So like I said, you're just going to have to look a little harder for it.
Hey, Poetic Past, I'll get you on the list. We're doing a birthday reading today. First thing.
Hi, Poetic.
Okay, so my sweet Christina, obstacles to overcome in this next year in order to obtain your wish. How can you obtain your wish? What are the obstacles you may have to go through? Well, it's about effort. It's about effort and putting your best foot forward, These things just aren't going to materialize on their own. I hate to say it, unless you've got a magic wand.
I think it also represents the idea that you feel that maybe there are some skills you need to learn or some things you need to acquire, mostly in the way of skills or abilities, functions, something like that. Just things you might need to be acquainted with. So, for example, if you're doing something that is more online, maybe you need to learn more about some apps or things like that. But it does sort of involve learning something, learning routines or something.
And effort, because, what you put in, you're going to get out. And the obstacles may be just, finding the time or whatever, making the time to make it happen. All right, so progress made towards achieving your wish by year's end. Wow, I don't know how all my cards ended up reversed, or most of them, so we have Strength reversed. It seems as though there's just some things I feel...
You need a more delicate touch.
Yeah, I feel like maybe don't be too aggressive in trying to make this happen too soon. Everything in its time, and if you push too hard sometimes, the further something gets away from you.
It's kind of interesting because the card doesn't normally talk about that timing issue, but because we're kind of relating it to a timeline for you, I sort of see that quite well. The idea that you just can't push too much before, and that some of this is also whenever it involves other people, you can't always expect them to have the same exact understanding as you have. So maybe it's a matter of kind of convincing them and pulling them along.
So I wanted to peek at the last card because, it has been kind of a struggle getting us to this point, my sweet Christina. And I'm like, man, I hope I'm not going to give bad news on a birthday once again. And surprise, I'm not. It's the Ten of Cups. So basically, the outlook for getting your birthday wish by your next birthday, or what you desire, what you really want, is very good.
It's really strong, yeah.
It's very positive. There's a happy ending of sorts here, as visualized by this card. And maybe the start of a new beginning. Tens are kind of like the completion of a cycle and on to the next. So, it's going to be a struggle a little bit getting there. You're going to have to battle your own self-doubts. You're going to have to battle, trying to focus on it and finding the time for things. And, overcome some obstacles, whether it's getting more information or education, or whether it's just putting in more effort. You will get there.
This realization, though, is bound to just make you happy, but it might also make other people who share your fate or who are involved with your fate very happy too.
And that's what we have for your birthday reading, my sweet Christina. I hope you enjoyed that.
Happy birthday.
Happy. So,
Alrighty.
I'm going to go through the rest of the list now because we can. And I think nobody else has snuck in here. We have Libra Cuss being next, Kate Dash, Laura, Isaby, Gina, Mama Teresa, and Poetic Past. Am I right, Mr. O?
Did you say Libra?
I did. She's next.
Okay, good. Yes, right. Okay.
You
so I believe that is
snuck in
correct.
here. You snuck in here.
You little bugger.
Okay, what's coming towards Libra? You want to get a deck? And by the way,
sure.
I didn't mention, of course, I did. We are using the Golden Girls Tarot. What are you using, Mr.
And I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. It's a little bit Norse kind of inclined.
Okay.
Or Norse-ish. It's an A.G. Muller deck.
You are welcome, my sweet Christina.
You're very welcome.
Everybody, don't forget to hit the like button on the page. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. Oops.
We got ourselves up to 240 subscribers and climbing. I'm excited.
You're doing much better on Twitter, though.
I am doing much better on Twitter. I'm up to 1,651 followers, which is awesome. So if you aren't following us on Facebook and Twitter, join us there. And I promise soon, there will be a webpage. I've had some distractions, but I'm back on track with that.
All is good. Hi, Angel Mary.
Angel Mary, I'll get you on the list. Hi there. It's not very long.
And Mr. O is experiencing that little flyaway hair from Mr. Sunman over here. It's all over and tickling my nose, so I'm sorry if I'm wiping at my face too much, but it's a little itchy. Go away. Maybe he's going to go for a while. I don't know. Okay, so what's coming towards Libra?
Okay.
Our first card is Two of Wands reversed.
Okay.
Okay, over there. And then we have Nine of Swords upright. And then we have Ace of Wands upright. So, kind of interesting.
That is kind of a flip-floppy reading here.
I think the important card is the Nine of Swords.
I do too.
Because I somehow get the feeling like maybe within your environment, somebody may be trying to pull you into their sorrow a little bit. And it's really one that isn't connecting enough. I'm not sure if it's just because of other situations around you, other family members or neighbors or people like that. But I get the feeling like that is coming towards you, just maybe something that you're going to feel. Maybe they're not being deliberate about it, but I just sort of feel like there's a burden there that you don't really need to pull on yourself.
Well, whether it's from somebody else's burdens, their worries that you are carrying, or things that you are dreaming up on your own here, maybe I get the feeling here, I don't know why, when I'm looking at that Nine of Swords, coupled with these two kind of opposite cards, in my opinion, it looks as though, Libra, I feel as though you're worrying and anxious about some plans that haven't even begun yet. Like maybe you're worried about not being able to pull something off or do something. You're already maybe claiming defeat before the actual new beginning happens. And you need to give things a chance. I think you need to give yourself a chance that you will be able to, start something new that's really important to you in some way. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a pastime, a goal.
I guess I wouldn't have seen it exactly like that, but I thank you for that because I think you're right. And I think these are the things that maybe will hinder you moving on to the implementation of a plan for something you might have, something else you're looking at doing, maybe involving friendships or just some outreach with something, but that these kind of attitudes are going to work against you. So try to avoid that if somebody's really trying to, put a burden on you or make you take a part in their drama or something like that.
I'm using my Dreaming Way Lenormand again. We'll see what the Lenormand can add to this reading.
And I see we have Zeneb and the Floyd.
Oh, well, I got to get you guys on the list. Remember, there is a list, so...
Hey, people.
Zeneb, okay, and the Floyd. Hey, the Floyd, how you doing? Long time no see. All right.
So then moving on to the Lenormand, we have the Child.
It's the card I drew first.
And the key.
Yeah. Now, the child can mean different things, it can mean something new, fresh, young, a younger person. But I think really with the key here, it also can mean small, because children are small. And so sometimes when I see something like that, and considering what we were talking about here, I'm thinking, Libra, this process, whatever it is going to play out one step at a time. And you need to pace yourself that way. I think what this is saying is the key is to pace yourself and don't expect like something to happen overnight. It's going to take time and happen in increments, whatever this is.
There's a key there too.
Yeah, how interesting. Wow.
Just had to point that out.
Interesting synchronicity there.
I'm going to have to agree with you. I think that some of this is really background static in a way, and I think it's mostly just figuring out which doorway leads you towards what your goal should be. Some of this is just trying to find a way to avoid some of this flack that's out there, because it's really just going to hinder you, like I said before. So I think you should just focus on figuring out the key there.
Figuring out the key.
Finding the key.
Finding the key.
Turning the key.
Well, I'm glad you found yours.
Wait.
I did that.
You did that.
I did.
I know a number of people tried to help.
It's true. Hey, K-Dash, you are up. And then Laura, Isabel, Gina, Mama T, Poetic Past, Angel Mary, Zanab, and the Floyd.
All right. So that was my Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
So what do we got cooking?
What do you mean?
Well, it's still Super Tarot Love Month, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I did want to mention that, of course, our modality messages, the monthly modality messages, that just went out today because today the sun entered Pisces. So this is our unique astrological and tarot reading that's specifically intentioned to work with and give you the idea about how your modality energies will work and help you in the month, giving you ideas about what you can rely on, what kind of relationships can nurture things for you, and where your action points are. So check that out. That's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, and we're also, if you missed our past life pop-up live stream, you could watch the video. It was loads of fun. We had a lot of fun with that. There's another poem coming out this week, rumor has it.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of mine. and so stay tuned for that. Romantic poem of sorts. And we're also going to be working on a past life reading of our own that we're going to share a video.
Oh, dear.
Another past life we've shared together.
I was a thing with tentacles.
And we're going to read the cards the same way we did in that pop-up live stream for us. So stay tuned for that.
That ought to be a hoot.
All right, I don't see K-Dash. What happened to K-Dash?
Yes, Laura, you remember that. Yes, I remember a number of people tried to help me find the keys and 8 ideas, and I don't remember for sure if anybody came close to where the missus here found the keys, but it was kind of interesting because they were missing for several months.
Yeah.
Months.
Anyway, I don't know. I did it because I was looking for something I had dropped, and it was another key. It was my mailbox key, and I kind of knew where it went, and when I looked back there on my passenger side, it was such an odd place. I'm like, I wonder if his keys could be there on the other side. And they were. And I swear I thought we looked everywhere before. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Pretty crazy. I guess K-Dash is probably not with us at the moment, so we'll have to move on.
Some hot chocolate. Funny you mentioned that, Gina. I could use some, but not today. I'm eating bark today. I got to make choices.
However, it's kind of interesting that you mentioned hot chocolate, isn't it?
Yes, Snickers, Snickers. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Not today, though. Okay, so K-Dash is gone, so Laura, you are up. And after Laura is Isabel and Gina, and then Mama Teresa, Poetic Past, Angel Mary, Zanab, and the Floyd.
All right. General message. Is it my turn? It was.
Nope,
Yeah,
I got
it's
this
your
out.
turn. Okay.
I'm using the Tarot Sutra, which I've been using for our Valentine's Super Tarot Love Month. General reading, absolutely, Laura.
And just a brief reminder, but tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time will be my show, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, which is the weekly guide for the elemental signs of the zodiac to tell them what's the currents and undercurrents, or what are the ups and downs that they may experience.
You need to shuffle, Mr. O.
And of course, we're on twice a week, Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, and like tonight, Thursdays at 7. And I like this deck.
I do too. I don't use it often. But for love readings, I think it's a pretty darn good deck.
The coloring is really nice. I like it. Oh,
Yeah,
thank
the
you,
Goth
Mama T. I
Tarot.
appreciate that.
I hear you're really getting into it. That's awesome.
I know it's getting a couple views, so people are
couple
definitely
views.
looking at it.
A couple views.
Well,
Mr.
it's
O.
had 8 or 9. I don't know. We're just not big heavy hitters, but
We will be.
we will be. That's right.
Right? Hey, where's the fist bump?
Okay. So then, what do we got? So yeah, watch Goth Tarot. That's at Wednesdays at 3 p.m. The weekly episode. It's a collective reading.
We got stuff for you, Laura.
Uh-oh.
We got the World upright.
Oh, that's pretty good, I think.
We've got Death upright. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles upright. Wowzers.
Interesting.
You know, I don't know if this is career related, but it could be. But basically, it's about, if it's not about career, it could be about plans or projects. I think something is really going to be undergoing a transformation, major transformation. Now, Mr. O, what is your feeling about the World and Death? Which one do you think takes precedence there?
That's a really good question, Banshee, because I sort of feel like, you could just look at this two ways, and I'm not really sure which one I'm feeling there. I am thinking, like you, that this is more about, really earthy kind of stuff to your mundane or material matter. So if it's not specifically about a job, it might be about some other thing that employs you, or it's about your home life or something like that. So I'm wondering if there's a change here, and that it is either enhancing or de-enhancing the status quo, as in, your perfect little world maybe is possibly changing for the better, or maybe it's basically saying there's some things that you still have to work on. A lot of times this card says, oh, everything's perfect, and then it shows up this way and it says, well, there's still some things you need to work on. But this time that's taken the place by this card in a way.
This is a tough one for me because I almost want to read it somewhat in reverse, because I get the feeling that you've put in a lot of work and you're kind of taking a step back now because you're uncertain of where things are headed. But I have to say, things are heading towards great success. It looks like there's going to be a completion of a cycle here, and it's leading to a major change of some sort for you, Laura. It looks like some major change is coming.
So it's almost like maybe whatever the success or the completion of a particular thing is just really the departure point for the change, whatever the change is. Like once this thing is completed, you really are able to move into something different or change into something different.
I stopped him.
I know, it looked a little rough.
No, it didn't. Well, it looked rougher than it was. He just startled. He's startled. I didn't even touch him. Look at that tail. He looks happy. Happy, happy.
But yeah, more and more when I look at that, Laura, it looks to me like there's the sense of something about your material matters are involved here. You know, your livelihood, your career.
It could very well be related to material things, but like I said, it's projects, goals, dreams, you know, something that you've really been putting a lot of effort in. And the fur is flying. You're not kidding.
I know. He's so dry in here.
Stay here. Okay? Just stay. Stay. Give me time to shuffle.
Aw, shucks, everyone. Mr. Sunman says hello, too.
Sassy was the star on Twitter today. She was kind of, how should I say this, distracting me from my work. And I got a picture of it, and it was very popular.
So now we're going to pull the Lenormand and see what else that tells us.
Hey. Well, all right.
Okay. How interesting, the anchor. That's very interesting.
Well, very interesting, except it's with the mice.
That's not so interesting.
So interesting. So, you know, to rain on this parade just a little bit here, because you know that not everything can be just perfect, Laura, right? So I think that right now, though, there may be some real, you know, and like this is what's coming to you. It seems as though if you've been undergoing some little pressures or stresses or there's some little irritations in your life, I hate to say it, some of that is going to continue for a while. So there might be some little distractions, you know, to you achieving your goal. Maybe you have to work around some things. Maybe now I'm seeing that, and maybe that's what that's about, you know.
Well, you know, we were having this conversation the other day that sometimes when we pull the extra Lenormand cards, they don't necessarily relate to the other cards. They may just be other events or ideas that are going on there. And I sort of feel that with the anchor card. But with the mice card, I sort of feel the mice card sort of pulls me towards the Seven of Pentacles. And maybe what it's saying is that some of this work that still needs to be done, you've done a lot of it, but some of it is also about looking at the areas that are calling to you, that there are some areas that are calling to you saying, we need this, we need you to do this. So maybe this is talking about this stuff in the family situation where maybe there are people who are inhibiting some of your change because they want you to anchor. They want you to
you know,
feel
that's a real
need.
Interesting point, too.
But I don't think it's really going to be a huge determinant for you because these cards are so positive. And you know what? That just literally came to me in the last 20 seconds. Something might be trying
to hold you in place is basically what that is. There may be some little opposition to, you know, what you're trying to accomplish or your goals and that, but ultimately, I feel you're on the right path. You've put in the time, the effort, and you're moving towards a successful conclusion. So don't let the little things, how should I say this? Don't let the little things add up.
And that's a little thing right there. Yeah, there you go.
And hold you back. And that's what we have for you, Laura. Good luck with that.
I kind of like that.
And Isabie, you are up. And after Isabie is Gina, Mama T, Poetic Past, Angel Mary, Zanab, and the Floyd. Yeah, pretty good reading, Laura.
Thank you.
Can't complain seeing positive change like that. All right. Mr. Sun.
You're so welcome. We appreciate you and everybody. You know what? I just wanted to take a moment to just say we have so many wonderful friends here, people who give us bark or other things.
Or other things. We've gotten donations. We've gotten gifts. It's very, very appreciated.
We love you all.
Cards. It's really nice.
Isn't it time for a bite of bark?
Well, go right ahead, Mr. O. I will get there. I will. I'm feeling it. All right, Isabie, what do you got? What direction should your chair be facing?
Well, I know at night they say when you sleep, your head should be facing north. What deck should I use? Or are you using it?
All right, so we can figure out, like, directions with the cards, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what comes up.
Right, well, it would sort of be like the typical...
Elemental.
Right.
Right.
So what deck and how should we pull?
Well, use one of yours because
Okay.
it's your turn. And
Okay, I'm going to use that.
let's just throw 3 cards and see what we get.
Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use the Legend Arthurian Tarot.
Somebody asked, what is the bark, Mama T?
It's mana from heaven.
This is the bark. It's chocolate bark.
There's like a toffee, buttery undercoating and then chocolate, and then these chopped nuts on top. That's the closest I have to being indecent for you all.
And somebody should really open, how should I say this? And one of our chat room people should really consider opening up a business with this bark.
Oh, it's very yummy. Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Ooh. All right, Mr. O. Let's see what direction the chair should be facing. Boy, we get some challenging questions. Let's see what
But
we
we
get
are
on
up to
this
those
one.
challenges.
Well, right now we've got the Queen of Spears. Is that the wands, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this deck. Did you mention which deck this was? You did.
The Arthur Tarot Legend.
So this is the Queen of Wands reversed. This is the Hanged Man reversed. Well, that's kind of interesting. I almost think that one's saying, get out of your chair. No.
Well, the Hangman reverses the refusal.
Right, that's true. Well, oh yeah, you're right. Whoops, never mind. Never mind. Stay in your chair.
Stay in your chair. Find the remote.
The Knight of Shields reversed.
Okay, a Knight of Shields reversed. All right.
Okay, this one has nothing on it. Which is this on the bottom? Is that the swords?
That's the Ace.
Of Swords?
It looks more like a wand to me, but I'm not sure.
Ah.
Oh my goodness, eh?
Do you have a sword? Did we pull a sword? No, we did not.
No, because we think that the spears are wands, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
a spear?
Okay. It's your deck. So, okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, right, reversed.
Oh, I thought it was wands. Queen of Wands.
I knew that. And then we have the Hanged Man reversed. And then we have the
Knight of Pentacles reversed.
Well, that's funny because it's north and south. So that's interesting. But let's look at this. What is the problem with the chair?
Well, I'm also wondering about that hangman. Do you think that's the...
Do you think the Hanged Man is... Well, the Hanged Man is probably saying that it shouldn't stay where it is. So I don't know what direction you have it facing now, Isabel, but I'm not sure that it should be in that direction anymore. And I'm looking at the 2 cards we have here. They're not very positive for south and north, are they?
Not necessarily.
So I wonder about that. So what does that leave us with, east or west, right?
I guess so. Mm-hmm. That's another north. You finally have stumped us.
No, you have not.
Okay.
I think you should have it face east.
Okay.
The 4 of Swords is reversed here, and the 4 of Swords reversed to me is like somebody who's coming out of a period of stagnation or slumber, recuperation.
Out of
so now
hiatus.
they're coming back to activity. And so because of that, see, I was looking for the first east or west card I would find in here, and that's it. And what it's telling me is that you should move it to the east.
So you saying you were facing west?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking this is what it should be. So what do you think of that? Does that make sense? So let's see. I don't know why I'm going to do the Lenormand on this, but let's just see what's focusing on this chair situation. This is a funny question. I love it. You had to make me kind of scramble, but that's the point too. So, you know, when we post our webpage, we're going to have all kinds of spreads available, but we can custom any reading to your needs. So, and work out a price with you besides that. And this is an example of kind of thinking on our feet and going with the intuition.
Like I said, I know they say that people, or most people, should sleep with their head in the north, that it's something to do with a magnetic area there. Oh, there's our friend the anchor.
Yeah, which is interesting. I really don't believe it's telling you to keep it where it is, though. And then we have the garden. Now, that's interesting. So the east.
Because you mentioned feeding the birds, too, so.
Oh, is that a direction where you have plants or garden
North.
or the birds? Is that what's going on here?
North is a window where she feeds the birds.
Oh, I see. Well, the garden seems to indicate to me that you would feel better. You know, you would feel more
At home.
at home in a way. And even, well, you know, the garden is a funny thing because the garden usually means being out to some social gathering place or something like that. So, I mean, I don't know which way the east is facing for you, but it's just going to give you a more brighter disposition, I think. And you might want to keep it there for a while. That's what the anchor is indicating to me.
Well, when you think about it, some gardens, like the Garden of Eden, you know, or things that are sort of symbolic gardens, they seem to have an Eastern kind of essence or a focus of being from the East. So I'm wondering if that sort of corroborates that in a way. I can't keep my...
Wow, interesting question. I hope we helped you here. It's interesting if you were thinking of moving it east anyway that I pulled that rabbit out of the hat. All right, here are your cards. And Gina, you are up. And after Gina's Mama Teresa, Poetic Past, Angel Mary, Zanab, and the Floyd.
Why, look, Gina, I have the Karma
Music. That's
Tarot.
what she said. Confirm or deny that it was that person who hugged you? Right?
Romeo
Astrally?
Stasis?
I love it. So what we'll do is, do you want to do a yes, no on that, or how do you want to do it? Do you want to do 3 cards? Let's do 3.
Let's try 3.
You know who hugged. And maybe it'll kind of give us an idea if that was the person or not. Let's see.
I had a roommate once in the year or two before her. He was a weird keyboard player. I was trying to be a weird keyboard player. And he had this band he listened to, and I don't remember the name of the band, but they had a song called Meet Me on the Astro Plane. So I'm wondering if that one applies to you, Gina.
Oh, yes.
Shuffle.
Oh, gosh, this ginormous deck.
I love made-up words or words that are just real to you, you know, your personal ideology or something.
I do that all the time. Well, maybe not enough, but I do.
I do. You know, my Oberonificant way of expressing something.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Nonsense and Oberonificance. It's not sense. Oh, it is really good that time.
Mr. O. I better start eating this bark or he'll take it.
You know I will. Alrighty. We have the Grandmaster, which is also known as the Hierophant.
Reversed.
Major Arcana number 5, and he's reversed. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, number 10, and that one is also reversed. And then we have a Four of Swords, which is reversed. And I always like this one. This one came out once before for you in a reading, because I remember it's like the woman is looking outside of a spaceship at the planet. That's what it literally says in the booklet, like she's just smoking a cigarette looking at the planet outside a spaceship. But it's reversed.
They all are.
They all
and
are.
So but they're not all bad necessarily.
No.
And so I'm trying to figure it out in relation to your question here. I think that
It's certainly unconventional to be hugged astrally.
I was just going to say, but that's okay. He gets excited. Go ahead. You want to go with that? No,
That's
go
all I
ahead.
had to say about that one.
Well, I was going to say it was an unconventional meeting place for sure. And the idea that you have the Four of Swords reversed here again indicates to me that something was moving and shaking. There was movement. And so I do think that's highly possible. The wheel is reversed, though. And so what does that mean?
Well, the wheel may be saying that this is the fate you have, not the fate you might want. You know,
Meeting on the astral.
meeting on the astral.
But you know, I mean, so if you're wondering if somebody at that point was connecting and, you know, sending thoughts your way, I think it's highly possible. Only because, you know, reversals aren't always negative cards. The Hierophant reverse certainly isn't. I mean, to me, the Hierophant is kind of a, you know, neutral positive card in most ways. When it's reversed, it's talking about unconventional versus the upright conventional. And so... So that's all. And the Four of Swords reversed is really movement. You know, it's more positive. It's like something happening, something a reawakening. So kind of interesting there, Gina. All right. The path or whatever. That's the path.
It's a pretty screwy path. Thank you, Sunman.
This cat. Why do you keep moving around? Why? Here. And the moon. The moon is, you know, to me, it could be a romantic choice or decision, thought process, you know, picking a path, choosing a path. I think that he chose to meet you this way.
I think that's probably pretty good. I mean...
Moon is about intuition and stuff, too, and...
Right. The funny thing is that I don't feel these cards exactly correlate to the other ones. Maybe a little bit.
Okay. So what do you see here?
No, it's more like what you said. I'm just trying to see if I feel anything else there. You say this is more like the path.
Right, it's the path card. So, you know, there's decisions. A decision was made. I feel that there was a decision, or, you know, somebody followed the astral lane to
There's always a mystery involved, and to me, sometimes the moon is the mystery. And so the thing is that there's nothing really clear. That, like I said before, that your fate is uncertain. There's just this mystery here that it meant something. It did happen, but where it goes is really still kind of nebulous in a way.
Right.
It's gonna go somewhere.
Well, since she just wanted confirmation, I think it's confirmation.
Okay.
And I do feel that, something
That's true, too.
something led him to do that. And that's what I would say. That's what we have for you.
You are the moon.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey, Mama T, you are up. Back to the bark. After Mama T is Poetic Past, Angel Mary, Zanab, and Floyd.
Yes, that's exactly correct too, Gina. That sort of those two houses are each other's opposite in a way too.
No. Stop it, Gino. We love you.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's pretty interesting. What do you got?
Let's see. Oh.
How do you want to do that one?
Well,
the other point to consider, because I think you were saying that he's still a little bit in the healing mode too. So on the one hand, that gives him more time to work on healing, but then it's still
but they need money.
The money. So it's sort of like that duality there.
Well, I think we should throw 3 cards and see what it's saying about the situation first.
Okay. Don't forget to watch Banshee's Material Matters on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Grab a cup of coffee or whatever your beverage is. We're in the chat room discussing the reading and just having fun.
Yeah, I throw all sorts of other tips out there about the reading. Maybe things I forgot to say and should have, or just to sum it up more. What the heck? Or chatted up with people about the weather.
He's going to move the camera.
I know.
All right, Mama T. So we're going to throw 3 cards on the general situation and take it from there.
Here.
And you have the 9 of Wands. The 2 of Pentacles.
Yeah.
And there's that 5 of Pentacles. Your cards are all upright too.
Yeah, well, what's unfortunate with the 5 of Pentacles, but these are just trying times for you, Mama T. It's hard to maintain a balance, but you're struggling to do it. That's the 2 of Pentacles there. The 9 of Wands just shows you, the position you're in right now and how, you're ready to do what you need to do. And I think if we're talking about your husband and what he should do, he stands obviously battered, obviously recovering from his ordeal with surgery and stuff. And he needs to, prepare, he needs to take this time to prepare himself more health-wise and that to be ready for work. He needs to be able to figure the possibility exists and maybe he will have to, excuse me, he will have to find a job, a second job, or something to kind of tide over until the work comes back. Because it does show some difficulties right now.
Right. I think these are mostly good cards because I think it says he's ready to, to take command. He just needs to have, the work there for him. So the balance issue is kind of strong in his favor regardless. This is the concern card, like Banshee notes, because what that card says, the Five of Pentacles, it says that it's mostly your inner turmoil, your inner spirit, your depression about where things are right now. This is very concerning to you guys, especially you perhaps. And so there still may be a possibility that there are some avenues for some help. People who either can help you financially or otherwise, at least somehow give you something that you need at this time, even if it's just solace of some sort. So watch for that. Look for that. Ask around. See if anybody knows about any other agencies that help.
I can only hope that, that stimulus stuff gets going soon, too, for the people who really need it. It's tough right now.
Yeah, that really suppresses the work. And there's so much right now.
And we get it all at once like this. It's crazy. Well, I want you to take heart in the fact that, things will look up. Things are going to start to get better. You've got the sun and you've got the bouquet, which I think means that, that things are going to brighten to the point where you'll feel like you've been given a gift, a new lease on things. There's just happiness and joy will return. I really feel that strongly here. That combination of cards is really positive.
And I don't know that, but what I do know is that when I saw the sun, I immediately said, you know what? Most of this cold snap is ending within a week or so for most of us. And so I just sort of feel the sun is a metaphor for things warming up a little bit, which will help. The weather conditions are better, just will help. Maybe the bouquet is a gift, but maybe it's also a sign, too, that we are moving towards spring.
Well, and the sun, is going to bring something more growthful. The sun grows things. And there's the bouquet. And that's why I think they're the perfect combination here in a way, the flowers and the sun. They bloom because success and growth and light returns again. So,
amen to that.
Hoping for the best for you. That sounds like a real positive ending to this reading, Mama T. So good luck with that.
We're going to keep you in our thoughts, too.
Yeah, I know how it is. I feel bad for the people in Texas right now.
And thank you, Mama T, for mentioning Goth Tarot earlier in the program. So anybody who hasn't heard, you got to check it out. It's Goth Tarot. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the shortest collective reading
we do.
That I do.
Well, that we do.
Looking at the shadow, darker sides of life, what our struggles are, and possibly what we can gain from that.
Okay, so Poetic Past, you are up. Are you with us? And after Poetic Past is Angel Mary, Zanab, and the Floyd. Wow, we're blazed through this list. We only had one person who did not get a reading, right?
And there's Poetic Past.
All right.
Okay,
good question. Good question. I like it.
I like the question. I'm going to use the Mermaid Tarot. I haven't used it tonight yet.
Don't. Come on. There.
Tarot of the Mermaid.
No. Ugh. I didn't mean to disrupt you. Come lay on my hand. There. Yeah. All right.
Hey, boy. Don't be doing that to me.
He wants to play. He's a little frisky.
I got your foot.
All right, Poetic Past. Let's see. Let's see what the future holds for Poetic Past. I like it.
That darn cat.
Oh, Sunny. You are... And that tail. I love it. Now you guys can see Sunny's tail in action there. That is awesome.
The tale of your future. Thanks, Mama T. Okay, Poetic. Your first card is the Six of Cups reversed.
Okay.
Then you have the Moon reversed.
I think that's somewhat interesting.
And then you have Justice upright.
Wow, this is really interesting to me, Poetic Past. It's almost like 5 years from now. It's almost like this is playing out as a scenario here. I feel you're going to uncover some things from your past. Now, I'm not saying it's necessarily from this time period. Maybe it's from your further distant past. And they're going to be a little bit unsettling to you, I feel. You know, it's going to be something that's rather disturbing. And you're going to try to find a way to
Balance the
scales, so to speak. In other words, make it right. If it's something you find out that, for example, that somebody is holding against you a grudge for years and you didn't realize it, you're going to try to make it right. Or if somebody has done something to you that you have found out that's been revealed to you, you're going to want to get answers and you're going to want some resolution.
I'm thinking that in 5 years' time, some deceptions about your past and maybe about certain persons will come to light, and you will realize perhaps that what you believed about something or someone was not true, and you will want to balance those scales. But I think it's mostly about you uncovering something you should not have believed, or it is possible that maybe it was a thing that over time changed, that maybe it was something that was deceptive, but maybe over time it changed. Maybe it was a mystery that unfolded and then there was a better understanding. But still, it seems to me like you have to kind of rectify something about that. This is not a grand quest of your life, but it is something that maybe will have a certain importance to you in about 5 years' time.
I feel like it's going to have some kind of impact on you. And I feel like...
well, those are two major arcanas.
Yeah, and I feel like that this Justice card might also be indicating to me, you know, if you hold on to this negativity or the whatever happened, you know, sometimes I think it's saying is, you know, sometimes the scales can't be, the only way to balance the scales is to let something go, you know, because maybe you're giving too much weight and importance to the situation from your past, and it's holding you up from moving forward.
Spirit told me a few moments ago to turn this card over, so I'm doing it, and it's the Hierophant.
Oh my goodness.
Upright. And I think it's kind of also saying too that maybe this could have been about a relationship, this could have been about a partnership or a situation, and that maybe the situation presented itself, or you felt about it that it was for the best, this was the right thing to do, but maybe now you're gonna, you know, relook at that somehow. What do you want to say?
Well, if I threw it into what I was saying, I'm looking at the Hierophant as more like not like a emperor authority figure, but an authority figure of some sort. Like maybe somebody that you trusted. I mean, so like a teacher, a mentor, a doctor, a lawyer, you know, that maybe that's what this situation's about. But
it is interesting that once again it's another major arcana too.
Yeah, you've got 3 major arcana in this reading, Poetic Past, and to me that means whatever the situation is, I mean, it's really impacting you 5 years from now for some reason. It's come back to, you know, your life and you have to deal with it. There has to be a resolution. Let's see what the Lenormand says. I know you're probably thinking this is going to be something more general about your life 5 years from now. And, generally that's what I thought too, but the cards did not lead that way.
So we have the mice.
See, I feel again, this is somebody you trusted in some way.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you've got the dog, and this is problematic or is causing some upsets, and the mice isn't always something super major, which is interesting since the major arcana are here, but it is indicating that it's really bothering you. This whole thing will be bothering you.
Well, I can see a couple scenarios. One might be that maybe this was somebody that you were a loyal friend to, but you felt that they were always needy and kind of, getting by on you. And maybe now you realize, or you will in 5 years, that it was really something else. But I could also see that maybe it is just somebody who capitalizes on your loyalty. And so once again, maybe what you felt then is just still ultimately different than what you will feel in 5 years. But somehow, like I said, convention and justice sort of return to the situation.
Very unusual for a 5-year outlook.
This is our night for that, eh?
I know, but so I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of that. But it seems like it's relating to a very specific thing you're going to be dealing with 5 years from now. So good luck with that.
We on the verge of Mercury going direct, and we're getting the oddest little questions.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. We're giving some of the oddest little answers too, I think, That. So, hey, Angel Mary, you are up.
And you're welcome. I hope that was helpful.
And after Angel Mary is Zeneb and the Floyd.
All right. And
it's only 8:06.
Hoo. Hello, what are you looking at over there? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't knock over the camera. Oh.
Okay.
Ooh. Yes or no?
Let's start with a yes or no.
Please don't knock over my camera.
Oh, are you going to leave for 5 minutes again? No, he's just turning around. Why can't you be like Shadow and sleep in the tree? Honestly, I can't even, I'm not shuffling well at all. All right, let me try it here.
There's so much hair flying off of him. I can see it on the little black backboard there. Little white hairs clinging to it.
I knew I should have brushed him today. I saw it earlier.
It never really helps enough, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's very dry in here, I think, because of the winter heat and stuff and the winter dry air.
You need to have a room humidifier.
He's really shedding a lot.
Shuffle. Sorry about the delay there, but okay, we're ready. And he nonchalantly cleans himself. Like, what's all the fuss? All right. Whoops. Yes, no first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's leaning towards yes. We have the two aces. They were both reversed, but that's not important in this reading. And then the other card is the 8 of coins reversed. I'll let you go with that. So it's leaning towards yes, but
there's a problem, though, because it may be that you're going to at least start off in a bad way. Like maybe you're going to either have to really catch up, like maybe there's a delay with you getting in there, and so there's a catch up, or there's going to be a hard time mastering what the subject material is for you. And if you're not really diligent, you might get behind.
I agree totally with what he's saying, but also, Angel Mary, I think that, it's leaning towards, it's probably yes, but I'm thinking that it is going to take some effort to pull this off. There may be some stumbling blocks, some roadblocks, some red tape, that you're going to have to go through and endure to make it happen.
That's a good point, and I forgot that too, because really this pertains more to that immediate question, and this is really process driven. This is about a process of advancing. So as it's reversed, it's sort of indicating that the process is having some delays or some unseen, little things going on there. And I wouldn't be unsurprised if maybe it's red tape, like she said, because I sort of see the idea of little officials not being expedient in some way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's going to work out, but there might be some little frictions in there.
Well, I hope it does. Let's throw some Lenormand and see if it can shed any light on this.
My mom and one of my siblings was in Romania about 6-7 years ago, I think. Just a short visit, not for study.
All right, let's see what we have. Ooh. Wow. Yay, the clover.
Clover's really good luck, so I already know what that means. Oh, yes.
You are going, I think. You really
You're definitely
are.
going.
It's either through some lucky break, cut through the red tape, that you will be able to do it. The rider is movement, and news. And the clover is positive, like positive luck, synchronicity. It just does look pretty good, Angel Mary.
I think it looks fabulous, because I think that's what it is that maybe it always was really a go, but maybe there was just this little bit of like, oh, what is that? Little friction there.
Well, there may be some effort that has to be expended, but I think ultimately
last minute luck or expedient luck.
It's going to work out.
Very cool. So good luck.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know if you're on your way to Romania. Good luck with that. And hey, Zainab, are you with us still? Hopefully you are. I think they posted a question. And it was pretty much near...
They did.
I know. I'm going to go see if I can fish it up. What are Usman's current feelings towards me?
Okay. Do you want to just go ahead and do it?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do it. We've got your questions.
So at about quarter after the last 45 minutes. You're very welcome. I really hope that works out. That sounds exciting.
Oh, is it your deck this time? Sorry.
Yeah, we can do my deck. We're going to do the Northern Shadows again. And this
you're
one's
welcome. I'm glad it turned out nice for you. I always hate to tell people no when they want a yes, but, it happens. Oh, you're getting all the little peanut crumbs. There. Wait, I gotta pick out the perfect... Which one is that? Text me. Text me, Mr. O. I saw the most ridiculous thing today. I feel it's ridiculous. It was a story about why people, and I didn't read it because I was just so appalled, why people who are quarantined together or at home are texting each other all the time in the house. And it's like, really?
Did you forget to feed him?
I did.
I saw something else really curious a moment ago too, and
Thanks
I wondered
for reminding me, Mr. O, but it's a little late for that.
I know it's a little late. But a moment ago, I was looking over that way, and I saw Sassy, the one that's not on camera, and then I noticed like maybe some little fly or moth flying around her head, and she did one of those like startly things, and then she got up and ran away. Next thing I know, she's in there.
Yeah, and I guess they're reminding me by making noise that I have let them down. Oh,
This
dear.
was going to be a yes/no, right?
What was it about? No, it's feelings towards me. What is Zenab's or Usman's feelings towards Zenab?
Okay, so we have our 3 cards. We have the reversed Wheel of Fortune. We have the reversed 9 of Cups. And then we have the reversed 2 of Swords.
Goodness, we're getting a lot of reversals today. And these are not reversals I like to see.
No, they
So
are not.
I feel as though, what are Usman's feelings towards you? I feel that
They don't feel you would make them happy, or they're not happy about you, or they're not happy with themselves even.
they're discontented. I guess that's what I wanted to say. I was trying to grapple for the word with the 9 of Cups. They're discontented. They're disappointed or not happy about something, Zaneb. And I feel as though right now something is off for them time-wise.
Well, I'm
did you
also
get
wondering
that?
too that with that wheel there, that they expect a perfection out of you, or they expect something better out of you. There's an expectation for something, maybe that you would bring them better luck or better opportunity. And then with that reversed 2 of Swords, though, I get the feeling too, like maybe they don't feel that they matter to you in a certain way. And I guess to explain that would be that maybe they sort of feel like you can walk ahead without them, or you can walk beyond them, or that maybe in some ways you're walking away from them. And that's the 2 of Swords reversed.
Well, I'm wondering here, Zanab, if you are in a relationship with Usman, or you are separated now, because it seems to me that maybe you are not together and you're asking this question. I may be assuming here. But I get that feeling because when I look at that 2 of Swords, I'm almost thinking that Usman, and just looking at the other cards here, maybe considering moving in a different direction. I hate to tell you that, but I have to say it because that's kind of what I'm seeing here in that wheel turning away.
Yeah, I was thinking that was more using it, but actually now I'm thinking Banshee's right. This is more them. And once again, I'm just going to say that maybe there's something that doesn't make them happy, or that they don't feel they would find happiness with you, or that they don't feel happy about you in some ways. Something like that.
Or
so that was
or it's just a relationship in general. They're just not sure it's where they want to be right now.
That could
be.
It's
not right for them at this time. And they are thinking of something else. They are about to make a move or a decision of some sort. So that I can tell you. But whether it's really what you want to hear, I'm not so sure. So let's see what the Lenormand has to say about this.
Poor Sassy. The mountain. The lilies.
I feel like, well, the lilies with the mountains, that's a real interesting one. I feel like maybe there's a lot of obstacles getting Usman to really see you for who you really are. And, there may be a maturity factor here. I just feel that there are obstacles here.
Yeah, I don't know Lenormand enough to get this different kind of combination here. So I'm feeling it's more like what she says, though, that there's sort of these obstacles that he has there. I don't know if they're things he puts there, but I get a hint of that. And then the idea with the lilies to me sort of feels like maybe he's also not willing to change in certain ways that he needs to overcome those obstacles or struggles.
And, maybe that's it too. Maybe he feels it's too challenging to maybe live up to your expectations, if that makes sense.
Well, the wheel reverse can sometimes indicate, changes that aren't thought well or of either, or situations like that. So I sort of feel that strengthens that idea.
Well, this is kind of deep. Since you're, I think you're probably not in the chat right now. That's the best we can tell you, without knowing maybe more about the situation with Usman, what your standing is at this time.
So good luck.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Zanette. And we are going to move on to the Floyd. Are you with us, the Floyd? Or have you disappeared? There you are. Yay. Well, you are up, so go ahead with your question. We might be ending early tonight, Mr. O.
Ooh, we could do something else.
We could.
Other work.
Was there something we wanted to read? Did we talk about doing something silly tonight, a reading?
Well, I have to do something tonight,
I know you do, but I remember us saying something about we should pull some cards on something, but I forget.
Oh, I did.
Oh. And was something I said no way?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we have our question.
Intentions towards you. Okay. All right.
Kama Sutra?
Yeah. Uh-oh. I just dropped a card. I probably should go look at it, but let me grab this first. I'll let you shuffle while I do that.
Okay.
And that's Tarot Sutra, by the way. Oh. All right.
I like Kama Sutra better.
Well, Mr. O, what you like and what the deck is actually called are two different things. This deck does not fit there well. Okay. Cool.
I think our cats are going to embarrass us.
Why?
Picking away in there.
There might be some food left, maybe.
They have empty dishes.
Man, I feel bad. Why did I miss that today? What the heck? Got me off my game. All right, let's see what we have for the Floyd. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Uh-oh. We have the 8. What is this? The 7 and the 8 of Pentacles reversed. And the Hierophant reversed. Well, this is odd for reading about somebody's intentions, Mr. O.
I think she thinks there's no time to lose. She's got to get busy. But I think she has some doubts. Maybe she doesn't know if she's prepared or studied enough. And in general, maybe she has some really unconventional ideas about you and or you and her together.
Well, I think the Pentacle. I have to agree with you about that first card, the Seven of Pentacles. It seems as though she wants to get moving with something, but yet she wonders if, she will be looked upon, that she'll be well received, that her intentions will be well received, or her actions. And yeah, there's something unconventional about this or unusual about this.
Or this is what she thinks about you or your situation.
or the way she's viewing you and plans. You know, it's not something that is like a standard kind of situation. It's a little bit out of the box.
Well, I just wonder if she's an unusual kind of person too, just in their own, or that the unconventionality comes with the idea, because a lot of times this really talks about institutional things too. So some people think like that's a stand-in for the Pope, or it's a sanction of official marriage. So when it's this way, it's sort of something very different from that. You know?
It could be a living arrangement. It could be
Could it
something
be
else.
two different worlds merging if some sort of thing
good
happened?
point.
You know, that maybe
Right.
somebody is really from another totally extremely different point of view.
You both are kind of. Okay, well then it sounds like a match made in heaven. But I think that, you know, that's what it is. There's something unusual or unique about this. So, or there's something very unique about her approach. So you might have to just kind of let things play out, you know, and don't do anything to discourage anything, but just sort of let her make some more intentions clearer, maybe.
They're definitely not bad intentions, just
No.
maybe she might come off as being aggressive but also unskilled or unknowledged in a way. And I don't know if that's a dichotomy there or a paradox, you know. Like she wants to move but she doesn't know exactly what her skill sets are.
Well, you're making it sound so business, Mr. O. I know those are
But that's a business cards.
True, but it may
Hi,
not be
Amani.
about that.
We can possibly do that.
You'll have to wait till we're done with this reading, though. We're on our last reading right now.
So you came at a good time.
You came at a good time, so hang in there.
Going with the flow.
All right. Whoa.
Ooh.
Ooh la la, the Floyd. So we have the stork, which sometimes means birth, but it clearly means changes are coming, and it involves, dun dun dun,
The heart.
yeah.
Good night, my sweet Christina. Thanks
Take
for
care,
coming.
and I hope you enjoyed your birthday reading.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So yeah, the Floyd, it looks very interesting, like a new relationship is coming to you, or that's their idea that you are their new relationship.
There's some kind of change in your, your bond with each other, you know.
It's going
That's what it
more
looks like to me.
romantic.
It looks very positive, whichever way you want it to go. It looks very positive. So good luck with that. You'll have to keep us posted.
Hey, if it can't happen during the Super Tarot Love Month,
Yeah,
when can it happen?
All right, so we have Imani, and let's see, will you ever meet your soulmate? Well, I don't want to do a standard yes/no on that. Let's do let's throw 3 cards and see.
Okay, and I'm going to use my Tarot of the Mermaid because it's a little more romantic. I hope it's a good change. I hope you like your change.
Hey, love you too, Floyd. Good to see you again. Glad you stopped in.
You're so sweet. Thank you very much. Best wishes. A dejected, hungry cat over there.
Stop it. You're making me feel guilty.
She's looking at me so sad.
Oh, man, I know. They're like, when is their show going to be over?
Oh, but then I'll let you take a break to feed them, but we had something else we had to do.
Well, maybe I should have you chat while I feed them. They can hear me pour food in the dish. No.
Oh, maybe we'll have Kitty Cam Ultimate.
Oh, dear. All right. Let's see what's going on with the soulmate
Okay, so we're going to throw
situation.
3 cards and see what that tells us, Amani. And we have the Tower reversed is 1.
Okay.
And then we have the Wheel upright. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice. It came up upright, yes.
And then we have the King of Swords reversed.
Well, this does not look like a soulmate situation to me at the moment, but that doesn't mean you aren't going to meet one. But I will say that, somewhere along the way, well, let me start at the beginning. I think that, the Tower reversed indicates to me that there is still something, some cycle that you have to absorb some lessons from before you're going to meet this soulmate. And I feel as though it's going to take some turns of the wheel, some turns of the cycle before you are able to meet a soulmate. And along with that, I think you may encounter a relationship or two along the way that is not very positive. It's as if you're going to have to undergo some lessons first before you meet your soulmate.
I think she's right. I think that the wheel says ultimately you will come out on top. I'm not going to say how long it will take. I don't know if it would take just a year or two. I don't know if it would take a number of years. I don't really know that. But I do feel that you have these karmic lessons to learn about it. And I sort of feel like maybe the idea is that some of the karma involved is in maybe the choices, that maybe some of these relationships you should have really thought better of doing. So maybe, that's an issue to examine too. Like, why do you make decisions with people who wouldn't be your best choice? But I'm not saying that's really what happened. I'm just saying that that is what you will realize from it, is that some of your decisions were not the best and that you wished you might have learned that a little bit earlier. It's not going to take forever.
I think that's a good point. No, it's not going to take forever, but let me toss some Lenormand on this because I want to see what else it can tell me about this. Maybe it might give me some info about. Okay, before I give these, I want to talk about this again with the wheel. I feel like also the wheel is here for a reason. The wheel is saying that when the time is right, this soulmate will appear, but it's after you've undergone some trials and tribulations in the romance department first, if you haven't already. And even if you have already, there may be a little bit more. But Imani, I do want to tell you that there is hope in sight. We have the Garden card here, and we have the stars.
Oh.
And so I feel like this is very optimistic in saying keep your hope up there. Basically what this is saying to me is your soulmate is out there somewhere, and you probably will encounter them in time. You just have to wait till everything is lined up properly.
I think that's totally what it is, and I think that maybe it's likely that you will find them somehow through other social connections, whether it's social media or whether it's other friends. And I feel that when it comes, though, it will be really inspiring that after, maybe a year or two of making some mistakes or just feeling like you can't seem to choose the right person, this is really going to be very bright.
Yeah.
For you.
So I think it will come, but it's a matter of, some more time. And I hope that helped.
Thank you.
Good luck with that.
We have a special request.
We do? Oh. Aww.
I can't zoom in, but give us your most pouty little face there. Her eyes are half closed. I think she's decided I might as well just go to sleep.
What about Shadow up there? Is he chopped liver?
Oh, she went back up there. She had come down.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that?
No, I did not know that.
She came down and then
You're
she
not
went
really
back
getting
up
her.
there.
There she is. Okay. And there's Shadow. They hang around us all the time. I mean, there are times where I'm like, where'd they go? But for the most part, they're always nearby.
You know, Imani, you could be going through some karma because you do have that tower and that wheel, major arcana, so these sort of look kind of loaded a little bit. I get the feeling, because I just decided to pull from the Karma Music Tarot for you, that maybe this will be a younger person when you meet them, or that they're young in heart, and they are a true romantic. So I do think that the person you meet will be a true romantic, will be inspiring to you. I just can't really say for sure that it's very soon. They do look cute. Thank you.
And they're hungry. Oh, well, so, okay.
The kitty cam won't go into the kitchen, though, so that's that.
So what do we do with the rest of our time?
I don't know. Do you want to try that past life reading?
Oh, no, we weren't going to do that today.
We were going to do that as a special video.
What was it, though? Do you remember what you wanted to draw cards on?
Oh, I don't. I can't remember.
There was something you said, oh, maybe we could do that tonight. I can't remember if I shot it down. Oh, well.
Anybody else have another question? Anyone that's still here have another question for us?
Oh, look at you.
You know, next month they turn 7 years old. So,
yes, their birthday is coming. 7.
Pretty much right around the Ides of March, I think.
Totally amazes me how time flies. I mean, our granddaughter's turning 15. It's like crazy. Crazy! So, and it's almost my birthday season. Almost.
2 months.
Well, I do start talking about it 2 months in advance, but usually I get really into it once the sun enters Aries. Then we start really getting into it.
So if you're still here, and if you have not subscribed or hit the like button, please go ahead and do that for us.
Yes. Tell your friends. We need more people on the streams. It's kind of been a little bit of a sluggish period. I mean, we've had ups and we've had downs, so we're kind of in a down cycle right now. But, hopefully that will change.
Our pleasure. And
yes,
you are too.
It's 2 months, almost 2 months. Well, tomorrow it will be. You're right, Gina.
Time has no meaning.
Where did the month go? Goodness.
So, what are we going to be doing next?
Well, we are going to be doing, you mean that love reading?
Yeah, but I mean other projects in general. We are trying to come up with some new ideas.
Well, we are. The main thing right now is that I'm really bad at focusing on the webpage, and I need to get that done. But I think next month is Women's History Month, and in honor of that, I'm going to be bringing out some different decks that are more womenocentric to just highlight women. And we do this thing on Twitter and Facebook every day now where we pull a different oracle card. I think I'm going to switch out my Witchy Wisdom Wednesday cards to Women's Wisdom Wednesdays and pull from some of my women oracle decks.
And those have been really popular too. So if you haven't seen those are on Facebook, the TFT page, and the Twitter page.
Yeah.
And they are either oracle cards, or in my case, I use a tarot that usually has a word printed on that's sort of like the main thought. And some of those have been really popular, so we get a lot of hits off of those. So
that book sounds familiar, but I don't know it well, Gina. I'm going to have to look that one up.
Timekeeper's Wife. Sounds familiar. I know
it does sound familiar.
There's a Time Traveler's Wife, I think, that was a novel.
I don't even know that one.
That was very popular about a good 7-8 years ago, I think, maybe.
That's the problem with me working in academic libraries. I miss all the really good books, novels, etc. Oh, well, I don't know if I have anything else to add.
No,
well,
can't
we
say
do
that we
have
do.
projects. Believe me, we have ideas, but it's just finding the time. And I think that, we're still not sure once the
Oh,
web...
here's a question.
Oh, what do we got?
LFL?
Yes! Yes!
What's the LFL?
That's lucky for life. Let's ask a yes-no for Gina.
Okay. Will Gina win lucky for life?
Well, wouldn't you know that my Lucky for Life money ball is the same one that came out in the last drawing. Now, I know they've come out twice in a row, so
Excuse me.
I'm not letting that bother me too much, but it's kind of disappointed to see that as my easy pick. And then there's a number I always play, and my lucky ball for that one is number 9. Yeah, absolutely. The upper price, the lower price, whatever it is, I'll take it. Because there's two. There's the one that's the big one, and then there's the big booby prize, and then there's all the littler prizes.
What could I do with 1,000 a day?
Okay, this is a traditional yes-no, I think. Well, there's somebody carrying a bunch of pentacles there, Gina. Oh my gosh, it came out on the 13th card. So, well, if you win... You definitely have to let us know. It's leaning towards yes. It's not a definite yes. But what this
Look
does...
at that card.
Well, what this does indicate to me is maybe you'll have a little winning from it, if not the major prize. It is leaning towards yes. Something positive could happen here.
Oh, I think it means something more than that.
Well, I also think it means you're going to share it with us, Gina.
Because we said you're going to win.
So, that could be.
13. Yeah, you keep saying that about 13. You said that earlier.
So, I don't know. It's leaning towards yes, so we've got wiggle room in case we're wrong. But I'm going to just focus on the positive and say yes, win it.
Guess what?
What?
There's 13 candies in here.
No, there's not.
No, there's not.
Silly.
But I could eat a few and then there'd be 13.
Once he starts eating them, he can't stop.
No, those are not my favorite kind of candy.
Well, I don't know. That one time I left the bowl out here, it disappeared pretty fast.
Oh, you better fly to
Yes,
Michigan.
yes. We have to all get together if this happens. If either of us win it, Gina, maybe I should ask the cards if I'm going to win. How about we muddle
Did you play
this
one of those
issue?
too?
Huh?
Did you play one too?
Of course. It's lucky for life, Mr. O.
I thought some of those were more state or regional. and
This one is a regional one.
Okay, so
It's
we're in
like
the same
Mega
region?
Millions.
We're in the same region?
Well, yeah, I guess, yes.
Who knew it?
Different states get involved in different of these games. Okay. So focus on that win, Gina. But then again, let's see what I get here.
You're getting good luck from the chat.
We could both maybe have
Thank you,
the same
everyone.
numbers.
We'll share it with everybody.
More than one winner. Uh-oh.
You're getting lucky wishes. Yay.
Well, look at that. Looks like I could win too. Except this card here makes me wonder. It seems as though,
No fighting.
you know, I think it's almost telling me don't push my luck. Right? You know, it's reverse strength.
That's
reverse.
true, yeah.
You know, and actually I asked the question probably in a less positive way than I should have. I asked if I was going to win when I was focusing on the cards, I asked if I was going to win something in the Lucky for Life tonight. So I may win something, but it may not be the, you know, the jackpot. Maybe it's just not the whole kit and caboodle, Mr.
Well, you
O.
can't win if you don't play. That is correct, Gina.
That is true. You got to play to win. So, wow, well, good luck to you. That's it. I got nothing. Do you got a question? Do you want to find out if you're going to win the...
Oh, should I ask if we're going to kick out more people?
Kick out more people.
Out of my library.
Oh.
No, we kicked out our first person today.
Well, since you've been
Because they didn't
there.
want to wear their mask. That we had to keep telling them over and over and over. And we said, you know what? You're going to have to leave.
Go. People are something, I tell you. Well, you know, we're 15 minutes before we go anyway, so I think we're going to call it a night. I'm just not that chatty tonight. I don't know what it is.
It's been a long day.
It's been a kind of a, well, not so much for me. Retired. But for Mr. O, yes.
Are you going to make me breakfast tomorrow?
Maybe.
Will you watch WandaVision with me?
Oh, maybe.
WandaVision is the most watched streamed TV show in the world.
Yeah. So, well.
Get some bark? You bet.
All right. Well, listen. We've enjoyed the evening, even if it's a little shorter. We had some great readings tonight, and hope you enjoyed them as well. And well, I won't say same time, but join us on Sunday as we stream from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And say bye to Sunny. And we will see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.